because you won't get me anything I've asked for. My mom, so funny, bro. So I sent her this fidget device. That's what I asked for from her. It's a cube shape. It's a die shape.
You got anxiety?
That's exactly what she goes in on, and it was so funny. I just want something to click around, bro.
She's
Just
like,
something to, you know.
What kind of
She's like, "Are you okay?"
sucker ass kid?
She's like, "I hope you're doing all right." She's like, "Honey, it says this is for anxiety. Is everything okay?"
Hold on. Let me finish.
That's it.
Oh, man.
Hey, without further ado, y'all, this is Hidden Six, episode 57. Christmas special? Because it's got to be a Christmas special.
It's one of those.
It's a Christmas special.
It's Christmas special.
It's Christmas. It's Christmas. All right. Gather around, y'all. Get some marshmallows roasting on that open fire. Get you some hot chocolate, some cacao. Make sure you toss a little something nice in that. I've been fucking with those heavy.
The Cocos?
That little Bailey's mix, you know, a little,
you've been going
little splash.
Not a sponsor. I saw Tim's doing that. The
I saw
non-alcoholic.
those too.
I see you guys there trying to get the kids to start drinking. What's the difference?
Start them
when
off
you're at home?
early.
Yeah.
Hey, without further ado, it's the Christmas special, episode 57 of the Hidden Six. Let's go.
Back,
we merry. Yay.
Big apologies to all our loyal listeners. Life takes a hold on us from time to time, and we usually get really, really busy. As you guys have known, the day ones know that Christmas time coming around this time, we're usually a little scarce because man's got lives in this, man.
We
Sorry,
don't,
guys. We try our best.
We do not condone multiple recordings. Of course it's an option. Could we dupe you and record a Christmas special in November? Of course we could.
Of course.
But with respect to the veterans and Remembrance Day,
right? And
we just couldn't do that.
In fairness to all the other times we blow our friends off to record,
that's it.
They're allowed to get some record. That's life, man.
But we're here for y'all, and that's all that matters. Y'all here for us.
Well, they probably want to know why were you not here. So what you been up to, Craig?
Shit, it's been pretty busy, bro. I mean, I got stuck working. That was one thing. Happy to do it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
My girl's dad's birthday passed, so happy birthday to him. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Papa Dukes.
Shout out to Ken. Ken, my guy.
I know Ken's a cool dad name.
It is a cool dad name. And other than that, I took my mom shopping. We had to go get some Christmas presents.
I know this was in our chat of when we were gonna record.
Yeah.
And Chris said, "Yo, I got to take my mom Christmas shopping."
That day, fam.
I'm just thinking. I'm like, wait, are you like
us canceling
taking your mom to shop for your
for me,
are you buying your mom's Christmas things there, or you're just a taxi?
I'm just a taxi to some degree.
You get what I'm saying, right? She's doing her shopping.
Us canceling the pod that day actually threw the biggest wrench in the day. That I didn't think so at the time.
No, because we were legit days up to it.
I had linked my next homie.
What do you have? And they're like, this is what's happening.
I linked my next boy. Said, "Yo, I'll be in the area. You want to link up after and chill and talk some shit?" He goes, "Yeah, for sure." So we had arranged to link up at 9, and then for you and me, we were going to record around, let's say 6, right? So what had happened was I was at the mall, and it is now 4 o'clock, let's call it, right? So I linked him. I said, "Yo, my other plans fell through. Are you still chilling, or you want to chill a bit earlier?" He goes, "Yo, honestly, I've been up since like 3 a.m. I was going to take a nap till 9. I'm like, damn. It's like, fuck, now I'm stuck in the West for an extra 3-4 hours. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go home. It's a 50-50 by the time I reach, because I don't know if I'm going to want to come back after sitting through the traffic and whatnot. But it was great. It was great. Took Mama Dukes to the mall. She's a woman who, she's always amazed by what has changed. She doesn't get out much. So anytime I get an opportunity, I take her somewhere where it's like
show and tell.
Oh shit, this is here now. Oh shit, that's not there anymore. Oh, where'd this building come from? And just taking her to the mall was so cool. Yeah, it was so cool to see. So, how about you?
Someone that's genuinely not sick of the city.
Not yet. Not yet. That's the key, apparently, is just stay your ass inside or in your local area. So when you get out, it's all fucking brand new to you.
Yeah, I think I'll probably have to start doing that. I did a Christmas party I had a nice friend of mine's also, Shania. She did a Shania Twain impersonation. She's a Shania Twain impersonator.
Hell
and
yeah.
She also did what was it? It was Madonna.
A Madonna
Yeah,
impersonator?
even with the triangle bra and all that.
Please tell me
stuff.
she got her front teeth though.
She did. It's
Madonna's
something
gap
she
tooth.
does.
Madonna's gap tooth is. I can't, bro. I can't. I'm sorry.
Gap tooth sold separately.
It's something about it, man. She
it
didn't
was
pull
really
it off.
good. It was a good event. And I always notice that the days that we can't make it happen for whatever, it's usually needs to be like that way. Because after that event and I had something else, I was face to the wall.
You're feeling it, eh?
Yeah. So soon as I was just like, bro, I wanted to do that. But then the next week, same thing happened again. Where I was
Yeah.
just like, yo,
Things don't
listen,
line
man,
up, bro.
This is not gonna right.
We were just talking about this where you look at that schedule and like there is no me time slotted in anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm not like a selfish
Craig's
person.
protesting his schedule.
I'm not a selfish person,
It's just
but I
here.
need those.
He's so cheese.
I need
And I'm like,
those.
but it's your schedule, Craig. He's like, what?
I need those, bro. At the end of the day, I am all for the runaround, especially in the holiday times. You know what comes with it. You get to
Yeah,
see
man.
family and friends, and it all comes together, and it's worth it in the end. But
Then
I'm
you
looking,
end up over gifting.
bro. No, not like that.
Because I
but
think we had an early jump this year in gifts.
I'm
right?
looking at it like I see like February by the next slotted weekend available, and I'm like, Jesus, like that's a long time from now to be just
This
busy
dude's
constantly.
Already in February. You know what? I'll toast to that, Craig.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's start off right. It's tradition. Cheers.
Cheers, cheers. I went out for a lovely dinner with some friends downtown.
How was the menu? Menu good?
It was cool. They brought me to this spot called Chubby's. It's a Jamaican restaurant. This thing's tucked away down on King Street, and
Okay.
very good. But I love the service even more. They have a rum punch. One of our table has the nerve to ask, "What's the rum punch like?"
Okay.
Guess what the description was? Because a rum punch.
What
What were you expecting? Very, very straightforward. It was good overall, man. But at the same time, I think there's a lot of local spots that do it better. This place, to me, there was nothing like.
You can't shout the place out and diss them at the same
I'm
time.
not dissing. I'm just saying that the atmosphere is probably what they win the best for.
Okay.
Their
It
atmosphere
was
is
nice
proper.
design.
Yeah. Nice little quiet spot.
Their
but it's
portions
packed
were
in.
pinched?
Portions were pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good.
I don't like the
There's
island food
a-
place that try to give you the gourmet serving of rice and peas. Like they put in the bowl.
Yo.
Where it's shaped like a bowl.
I didn't want
in
the
their plate.
presentation on this. I didn't want presentation on this.
Yo, Daryl, five scoops. Don't play with me.
No, it was pretty good overall. I would definitely recommend it. They had what was it? They had saltfish fritters. They had these deep
I make
fried,
those.
balled up saltfish fritters.
Yeah.
They had very traditional.
Soft or were they moist on the inside?
I didn't eat them.
Or you didn't eat them?
I didn't eat them.
Was there a dipping sauce?
There was. They had
Were they in toothpicks?
no, not toothpicks. They had what was it? They had a really spicy one, a habanero mayo.
Yeah,
And they had this
mayo and
other.
ketchup.
It was
They're
almost like a
lying.
chutney. Yeah, facts. You already know.
Yo, I'm such a hater. That's
They
why I
were-
don't go to restaurants. Because listen, I'm a blue collar man.
He's a snob. When your expectations are there,
Yeah.
you better not disappoint
I'm
this
there and
man.
I'm like, oh, I've noticed the waiter approached us on this side of the tea. He served from this side of the table. Hmm.
My forks are aligned improperly. I only
Interesting.
have 3. He's in the kitchen being like, nah, more salt, more pepper, more this.
Everything, right?
Yeah, bro. But overall, it was definitely a good experience. Good to sit down with friends.
What did you order?
I just had a jerk chicken.
You went.
I went pretty plain Jane with it. Everyone ordered the
had the
curry.
cold food. It didn't take the cold food.
Everyone had the curry, and I was like, I wanted that, but I was like, I gotta get the jerk chicken now in
Nah,
the
stick to
slaw.
what you know. You like, you
Yeah.
can't. It's the burger and fries. You
They-
can't kill it. You can't go too crazy.
You got to find the best of. There's so many jerks out there that is like this place versus this place versus this place. But I feel like they kept it very PG because it's a
Yeah.
very local spot and it's not where your islanders
Yeah,
would come to get their jerk.
with it, yeah.
You know what I
It's so
mean? Like they're catering
we
to a
keep
different crowd.
It's tame. We want to keep it for the in and out.
They were very stuck to their menu, which I respected though. The beer menu was very, very strict. It
Red
was
Stripe?
Red Stripe, Dragon Stout, right? I can't remember the third one. It wasn't
Corona,
Crest, but
Corona, Heineken.
it was
somewhere in there.
nope. They didn't do none of those.
Canadian. It
No,
was a Canadian.
it had to be like a Jamaican
Oh,
or an
okay,
island thing,
okay,
right?
okay.
All of their mixed drinks had to be themed around They had Trini, they had Jamaica, they had Guyana. Everything was El Dorado, Appletons, all of those.
Okay,
so
okay.
they kept it true to that. And I
Okay.
respect them for that.
Everybody
so.
else was pleased with their service, their meal.
Yo, it was good, man. It was good. Mr. Shades, he had to do his thing, but that's okay. He was there. No, I'm playing.
I love regret.
Mr. Shades had 1,000,001 questions.
Holy shit! Yo,
He had to just fuck with the waiter for no reason.
I love it.
And after that, we went to a pretty cool dive bar. And it was this little underground spot. And I mean quite literally, you went underground.
Nice
and
narrow staircase to get in.
It was pretty sick. It was so funny because they had like let's just say like anybody picture your typical apartment building staircase.
Yeah.
Not the best staircase.
Yeah.
The presentation's not there.
If you trip, you're done.
They had a stanchion, which is like the velvet rope, blocking the upstairs and letting you know you need to go downstairs. But I thought it was so funny that this place had this like velvet rope on this like janky ass staircase.
It's like so hood.
It was funny as fuck still, but it was a good time. I drank these weird ass IPA beers that were like cherry blasters. That's what they tasted like. A cherry blaster candy. It was very sour. It was very bitter. It tasted like a cherry blaster.
Okay.
They ran out of every beer we wanted, bro. The first round we ordered, they ran out of lager. Then they were like, yo, we don't have martinis. Not that I was going to order one anyways. Next thing you know, I got to drink this IPA.
Craig's like, Greg, let me enjoy this.
There's my rant, but it's been busy.
That was Craig's.
It's been busy. We got a few things on the go.
Yeah.
You know who has been busy for? Mr. Shohei Ohtani has finally come to a decision. The $700 million man.
Now,
insane.
For those of you who are not versed in sports as much as I am,
this guy paused.
I sitting here. I was with True Bud and I was doing some ATV and off-roading yesterday, and I was telling him. I asked him, I'm like, dude, who is this guy? Because I hate this thing where this guy is the most this, that, but you haven't seen or heard of him. That kid we got from the Raptors, they said he was the best 3-point or scored the most points.
Oh, we ain't seen that yet.
And we haven't seen that yet.
We need to reap those rewards.
All of a sudden, for me to hear about this phenom, this tall Japanese Adonis of a man.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Like, yo, my boy, Steve is like, yo, he can hit and he can pitch. I'm like, what?
He's everything.
I'm like, what's going on? We're going to get him. Like, yo, if we get him, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
There was so much buzz around this, Craig.
Yep. And he didn't go to us.
Womp.
There were fake reports. There was this private plane that was chartered from LA into Toronto, and everybody claimed that he was on this plane. He was on his way
that
to
was
do
my
his
plane.
discussions.
My bad.
My bad, dog.
Sorry, guys.
Yo, the fact that we were in the running is so funny. They said on the radio, oh, should we feel proud that we were even considered to witness this greatness? And the guy goes, you might as well be fucking last, bro. He's like, yo, if he don't sign to you, it don't mean shit to be in the running.
It seems like the hype was more about the management getting it done more than what it meant for the team. Because I asked the guy, I asked my boy, I'm like, what does this mean for our team? He's like, dude, it doesn't matter.
No.
You had the best player in the, like, as he was saying, to be on your team.
He is the LeBron James of this era.
So you're saying he would have got some points on the board?
Oh, for sure.
Him and Vladdy would have, like, teamed up?
This man is, like, next level, bro. Like, this guy, okay.
You've never mentioned him to me. I think
I never considered he'd be a J. It didn't matter at that point. I don't care if you're on the opposing team, unless you're, like, the rivals. But this guy was, like, on the other side of the world as far as we're concerned, playing for the Angels. The Angels are no threat to the Jays.
That's true.
At any point.
So how come the Angels weren't a threat to the Jays?
Honestly, the Angels,
he was the best player.
They'll be like a history lesson. Like, they'll be breaking that down for the future to be like, do not be like these guys. These guys had the best two players. Ohtani, before the league, wasn't the best player, right? They had Mike Trout, who was arguably the best baseball player of our generation or of this current time. But this guy couldn't stay healthy.
Is that the short guy? Was he a shorter guy?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. He
couldn't
stay healthy, right?
Oh, okay.
But these guys signed him $430 million. It was the biggest contract that Ohtani has just leaped. His previous teammate had the highest contract, right?
What's a tiny number, Craig? Give him a number, Craig.
Bro.
Some saying, I don't know if they reported in Canadian.
$700 million US, $70 million per season, but there is a deferred payment. This is a 10-year deal that will be paid later on beyond the 10 years because of apparently a California tax allows them to finagle it.
To pay that much money in 10 years.
Yo, no, take this in. This is even crazier what I'm about to tell you. There was another video that came out. They will recoup that money by the time the season starts.
My brain just
right?
died.
By the time the season starts, the
what do you
Dodgers will
mean?
have already in jersey
How?
sales, in merch, in concessions,
Take
in
that, Taylor
ticket
Swift.
sales. Yeah, facts. They will already have recouped the money that they're using to sign this guy. Like I'm telling you, this guy is the. So okay, so let me, without going into stats and
It's making me
analytics.
sad.
So the highest paid hitter currently makes about $35 million a year, right? They
Yeah.
said Aaron Judge, people of that nature,
That's
right?
not their max contract,
Their max contract. It
but
is.
that's per year.
Per year.
Okay.
So the best pitcher makes about 35, 40 million a year. You've got Verlander, Max Scherzer, people of that likeness. So they had to basically say, we have to pay him as A, the best hitter because he's up in the top 5.
Yeah.
And B, the best pitcher as he is up in the top 5.
Oh, that's how they get
why he got
paid.
the bag. He is being paid as literally both as
He's
he does.
cheating. Yeah.
As he does. No,
double
he's just a
dipping.
fucking freak of nature.
So if I can be a great pitcher but not the best hitter, I'll get paid for my what I'm contributing.
Half of the league don't even hit. He's one of the few that has to go to a team that will allow him to hit. See, certain leagues, half of the division, half of the conferences, there is no designated hitter.
Shout out
Your
to his
pitcher
parents,
hits.
yo.
Yo.
That's crazy.
He's on a roll, bro. And this guy is going to make a bag. So he can't pitch for another year.
Wow.
He's having elbow surgery.
Of course.
He's having his second Tommy John surgery, which is where they snip part of your ligament and
To
they
make it
reattach
tighter.
it.
Am I taking off 100 mil here, Craig?
They didn't even do that. They
Am I
said, you know
pitching
what?
10 mil?
No, they said, you take your time. They
Just
said, you
because-
hit
so
for
they're-
us
so
and you'll
you're
be back in
saying
no time.
They're keeping him. Fuck if they win the pennant.
They are going to.
It's big. What?
Ohtani on a winning team will win you all of that. Ohtani
That's scary.
hits you 40 to 50 home runs, which is like insane for a pitcher, let alone a regular player to get that
Per
mark.
season.
Per season.
What's
This guy,
the
before he
average
got
home runs?
injured,
Yeah.
this guy, before he got injured this year, was leading the league in home runs.
It's only because
He's
got
a pitcher.
injured. He
Take
took-
that in.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
He's not even trained.
You're not supposed to be doing this. Like, this ain't even your bread and butter. You're striking motherfuckers out.
I'm crying.
He's like, I'll go bomb, like, I'll go put 3 on the board for you while I'm at it. I'll be up 3-1 because I scored the 3 runs and only let the one
And
run
I'm gonna
through
pitch the
pitching.
guy.
Like, this man said, yo, give me the
I'm
whole
gonna
starting
hit
9.
these,
Like,
and I'm gonna fuck this guy up when
that's
I'm
it.
pitching.
He said, I don't give a fuck. He said, give me the whole starting 9, and you guys just make sure you catch it when I allow a hit, and I'll do the rest of the work. Don't worry about that. So anyways,
Wild.
he enters his second Tommy John surgery, which is kind of like a little bit.
And you're maxed out on Tommy John surgeries, I'm sure.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Like, I'm sure there's people who have had multiples, but most people after a Tommy John surgery, their career is on the downward
But
slope.
he's just hitting the.
His-
So either way, he could still be your Tommy John.
He can hit during.
ligament. No, so is that to detriment to his pitching?
Yes.
So he could still
He can hit no problem.
be a big hitter.
Yeah. Can't
and
pitch
be
though.
a pinch pitcher.
He can't pitch. Like, if you risk throwing, like, you will blow your arm out again. Like,
And
you're
you-
taking
You
a.
can't just like I'm thinking movie scenario.
I forget where
Yo,
they take.
we
the
know you
Tommy
just
John.
scored this 300. You just came to 3,000 man or 4,000
Mr.
man.
4,000.
4,000. But we needed to pitch this guy out.
Right? Yo, we just had to do it. But
And you
yo,
haven't pitched all season.
his is like, it's totally worth it, and he's just like a generational talent that only comes around once every so many years. Like, he is, when they talk about the greats, the Babe Ruths,
Yeah.
you know, oh man, you could just say so
But
many
the
different
greats,
names.
you know, if you
but
guys look at the greats, those guys had terrible form. If you look at Babe Ruth, you're
he
gonna be
pitched and
mad.
hit. Oh
You're
yeah, I
like,
know, right?
How is this guy outrunning it? Because
Facts.
he had to hit hard.
Facts.
to get
No.
on base.
Don't get no. Babe Ruth was a coach, eh? He was a coach. He
It's like
pitched,
watching
he
your
hit.
boss play a superstar level sport.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like, can do it
You're a
all.
boss.
Yeah, get out of my way, do it
the
all.
belly way up, the pants
Yo.
way up.
The Dodgers basically, they just scored big time, man. It's a
Okay.
huge hit for the Jays, but at the same time, nothing changes on their front. So
Okay, so as a person outside looking in, as looking at a sports fan like Craig, I figured Craig is really more just happy that there's someone like this does exist for the sport of baseball.
yeah,
Versus than you being, oh, he would have been our next Kawhi.
he would have been our next Kawhi. Honestly, honestly. But he deserves to win. He, to me, is okay. If I was to use a Jays analogy,
really interesting. I
he's
like
our
this.
Roy Halladay, who
Yeah,
we had to let
Roy
go, but
RIP.
we were happy. RIP, big time. We were happy to see him go because of what he accomplished.
Yeah, he
as
was
soon
a
as he
salute.
left.
It was law of love.
Yeah.
And one thing I loved, even I, who was on the outside, whenever they standing ovation,
Bro,
lots
Doc
all
was
love.
like, Doc
All,
put
people were
nothing but
like,
work in for us.
yeah,
You know what I
it was
mean?
crazy.
Ohtani will be loved. It's kind of funny to see him go just down the road. He went from LA to LA. That's the teams that he jumped. He just went down the
You can
road.
see the
He said,
stadium
you know
from
what?
here."
It's nice out here. I like the palm trees. I like the big booties on the beach. I'm going to just chill right here, but I'm going to make like this much more.
That's crazy.
The last thing I'll say before we segue off is that there is another huge Japanese prospect coming up in
All
the
right,
next
see,
upcoming
that's
years.
what I want you to
There's
start.
another one.
I want you to put me hip now so I can get my investments
That's it.
together.
There's another one coming. There's another one coming. The cool thing about Ohtani is that there's a rule when people merge from the Japanese baseball league to the major leagues.
Yeah.
There's like a huge finder's fee. Like the MLB has to pay the Japanese team to take that player on top of their contract that they signed them for, eh?
Are you talking? That's just like two bill.
You got to give them a bag.
like
It's
a-
not that big, but it's like tens, hundreds of mil, depending on the phenomenon you're bringing over, right?
40% of what they paid him.
Now, there's a rule and a clause that that player has to be a certain age before they transfer over. So if a certain player is under 25, you do not have to pay them hundreds of millions, what you see now, right? So when Shohei Ohtani came to the MLB, he forfeited all that money. He could have waited. It's like going college to pro or high school to pro.
So he went straight to pro.
He went straight to
and
the
skipped
pros for
bonus.
less money. These guys signed him for nothing. They got so much out of him for zero. Like the Angels, as stupid as they've been and as like failure they've been with what
Shout out
they've
to the
had,
Angels.
they saved a bag on this guy. They
Yeah.
did never spent hundreds of millions on this guy.
And
They
Toronto
got him
was
for
ready.
cheap. Oh, we
Toronto
write that
was,
check,
yo,
bro.
Toronto is a thought. You know,
We
yo,
would've sawed the CN Tower
the
in
T
half.
Dot stands for thoughty. Because
Facts.
we would
Facts.
always skin out for anybody that wants to get in here.
I can't even say because I knew he
And
wasn't
he was
coming.
so humble.
I knew
was
he
like
wasn't coming.
Typical, like really like studious Japanese guy. He was like,
He's
"Yo,
too
I'm
good for
so
us."
Sorry for making everybody. You've never heard that.
Facts.
You've never heard that.
Facts.
You're the golden child.
Yeah.
And you're staying like, yo, my bad.
Yeah, sorry,
for
guys.
Causing a fuss.
This really meant a lot to me.
I didn't want you
I'm
guys.
so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. And I'm like, bro, you better tell these guys get the fuck out of my way.
Oh,
I'm so happy for
man.
him, that man, because I saw a number where they were talking about they were saying 800 mil in his second. Well, how much year is this now? Like fifth
He's
year?
been playing for
Six?
ish, something
Okay.
like that.
And then they're like
29.
LeBron's only made 40 something
Oh,
100
fuck.
mil in his career.
Nah, he ain't like
That's
he.
nuts.
As much as you can't compare the two, but Ohtani, in my opinion, is bigger to baseball than LeBron is to basketball. Real shit. Real shit.
I would challenge that because I should have heard about him.
I mean, depends on where you're looking.
Nah, I guess.
I'm not saying that like LeBron isn't that.
I've never seen an Ohtani highlight. I've never seen a closeout or
Yo, you need to get you a highlight reel.
Oh,
Even of this season alone, man. This guy was hitting bombs like no tomorrow. He'd pitch a doubleheader. He'd hit a bomb each game, and he'd pitch the whole 9 complete game. Like the shit he does, it ain't being
I'm gonna
done.
bet on us talking about it because I was at the function and we're talking about a specific topic.
Yeah.
Very adult topic, and an ad for that topic came up on my phone the next day.
Oh, they listening.
Right? If you guys are talking about like swingers and like swinging community, just like talking about it, like giggling about it or whatever.
He's like, yo, knock 3
And,
times.
yeah.
The password is pepperoni.
But then you see an ad show up on your phone. This the ad is so nasty. It's them showing the bar with like 2 beds in the room.
Jeez.
In the bit of the bar. But like the crew's cleaning and I'm like, I don't want to
power
see the crew
washing
cleaning.
before
I
you
don't
come
wanna
in,
see the
like,
crew.
he's like, don't worry, we got it all
Give me
out.
the post-production. Give me when it's done. Don't give me one. They're like, it was a wild night. Side note, yeah. So when I
shit.
saw that they were showing that how much LeBron was getting paid versus him, then all of a sudden LeBron wins this damn tournament.
Yo.
So I ask you, for NBA fans out there, I could go Google it, but sometimes I
might have these. I might have this.
I like to remain ignorant on
I might
these
have
things
this in the
on
pocket.
purpose.
I might
right?
have this in the pocket.
What the hell is a play-in tournament?
Okay, so they basically figured, you know what? The regular season's boring. Let's spice this up a little bit. Alongside that, we've had problems this year especially, and more talks about...
Hold on. You just went into NBA rep. Whatever the fuck you're doing,
I got you.
Cut it out.
Official statement.
It's creeping me out.
This is
because you start with
Adam
we.
Silver.
You said
has got,
we.
I got Adam Silver on phone right now.
Craig turned into Matt, the dude from Mad Men. He just went straight into ad.
This earpiece, this is Adam Silver right here. This is not to hear
Silver,
our vocals.
my guy. What up, Silver?
All right,
Sorry.
so essentially, the load management has become a huge problem. And a lot of people argue that Toronto basically not started it, but took it to that level with Kawhi. Yeah, Kawhi. There's a Kawhi
He's
little
still
punch
doing
in here.
that, I think.
So there's been all these rules about not benching all your starters for big TV games, big games throughout the season. And part of this was, let's do this in-season tournament to hype things up a little bit. Let's make it a little spicy, you know?
Okay, I get it.
So these are regular season games that count towards your overall record. There's no change in anything like that. But
there's no extra sauce on your overall record?
no extra sauce.
Okay.
Except for money in the bank. So any team, the team that wins the in-season tournament, all the players get $500K. That's a bag for a lot of these guys.
That's same like the
regardless
rings.
of
So
how
you
much.
talk, the towel guy gets $500K, the water boy?
Don't know about the
deep does
actual
that
team.
go?
I don't know
Coaches,
beyond that.
coaches?
Yeah, they got to. They got
Assistant
to.
coaches, coach
So
bench, all of
They
them.
basically said, here's some incentive partway through the season early on. We're going to give you this bag. Y'all better play hard. And it's like a round robin. It's very similar to the World Cup where you're
Okay.
put into groups.
Yeah.
And then each group, advances until the finals. So it's pretty interesting to some degree. The Raps were out instantly.
I was as classic.
All right, what are the odds?
I was with you with the injection of mid-season excitement.
Yeah, that's what the goal is.
Because I was like, oh, what's this? My first take is chill out on the court dynamic paint. That
You
they
don't
do.
like that?
It's
It fucks with your eyes,
fucking
eh?
infuriating. It just took the seriousness out of the game.
Really?
I just didn't take it. It felt like one of those European games.
I liked, I was,
Some of the courts, you're looking like my Raptors one of.
I'm blind. What, you don't like that Dijon gold, mustard yellow thing they got going on? Their jerseys
I
look
didn't
nice.
mind.
I actually wanted one.
They
no
could have
lie.
done a few big logos.
Yeah.
Center ice, whatever, center court.
Yeah.
Something under the rim. Maybe change the 3-point lines to have different colors or whatever. Just outlines. You don't have to go
Saying
full.
they did too much.
Yeah, it was just, and because I've seen the court floor itself.
Yeah.
We used to back in my other life, we used to frame the Boston court, like pieces of it.
A piece of
So I
hardwood.
started to see it set up, and I know how annoying that is.
Yeah.
So to have that made, yeah, they got the budget, whatever. But
Yeah.
it was just to see it. It took me out of the game a lot. As soon as I see it, all I think about how the players dealing with this. Yeah, it gets so annoying. But
It's
I guess
another marketing
they
ploy.
get over it, right?
Yeah, it's another marketing
It
plot.
was just kind of annoying. But I like the excitement because I was rooting for the Raptors to do our team to do something
out
good.
so
We're good.
fast.
Sorry for everybody who's not in
We
the
were
sports.
out so
You hear
fast,
now.
bro. So
Yeah.
fast. No, but the fact that the Lakers are in, there was a controversial call that led to them advancing past.
But LeBron's like, nah.
Yeah, no.
He's like, I'm not taking the charge.
No, it wasn't
I
that. They
I
tried
was
to.
like, what?
They tried to call a timeout. That's how it supposedly goes.
Where
so
LeBron called a timeout?
their play was going to get
it's
shut
always
down,
King
and
Bron.
then they reversed it because they had quote unquote air quote called a timeout, and then they ended up stopping Phoenix. It was Phoenix and LA who were about to go into. It was the
Killing
semi.
momentum.
It was the quarterfinal, I guess. Quarterfinal? Yeah, it was whoever was going to face to go to the finals. Semi? Quarter? Yeah, schmeh. And yeah, there was a controversial call. Fucking LeBron was supposed to call a timeout. And basically, the guy got double teamed. And it looked like the Phoenix Suns had like locked him down, which would have been a jump ball.
Okay.
So really-
it was the best play.
You shouldn't have been able to call a timeout at that time. You're
So
supposed
the
to be
guy
like
who's
unaffected.
trapped. I thought I've seen that before.
The
though,
guy
where
who's
player
trapped?
with trap would be like, he's
You got
praying,
nothing? You got
he
nothing.
prays, the ref is
throw it up.
behind him.
That's it.
timeout.
That's it. But they got the timeout nonetheless, and it allowed them to go up and stop the Phoenix Suns from having a comeback, right? That was kind of shitty to see. Like it felt very like, oh, this is the first time we're doing this. There is a narrative. We want X team against X team. But on the other side of things, it ended up being the Pacers, which was even weirder.
Yeah.
Even weirder. They knocked Boston off.
I was surprised the Pacers got through.
I was very
Everybody's
surprised.
surprised the Pacers.
And no one wants to see the Pacers. But I think because LA made it, they didn't care. The Pacers were supposed to lose to the Bucks. It would have been the Lakers versus the Bucks, and you'd be like, "Oh, that makes perfect sense
I don't
on
know.
paper."
It's annoying me that I don't hear about the Lakers that much for the seasons, and then they're just,
I don't want to hear about them.
but then they're just clutching a mid-season tournament, and then LeBron.
But there's lots of jokes in here,
It's
though.
almost like it's a rollout.
Yeah, it seems like this is the first time we're doing it. It's very narrative. It's very Cinderella story. Or LeBron, of course, wins the very first.
So it's just a way to get more bling, and
That's
I think
it.
that's what the players are in for.
That's it. That's the motivation.
People like more recognition for their efforts.
Yeah.
Even if they had 2 more tournaments throughout the year, people would be fine with it. But it probably
agreed.
Yeah, people would be fine with it.
Agreed.
But the conference final is good enough for me.
I don't like the fact that you could win an in-season chip and then like shit it out the rest of the season. So Lakers could win this, and
Because
it's
you're
like, oh,
like,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we didn't get the finals, but
But we got this.
mid-season.
Yeah, like what does that mean? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Let me rock.
There's a
eh?
trophy. There's
Nah,
a
nah,
presentation.
you
It
hate,
seems
you
like
hate,
a
you
lot.
hate, you
They're
hate,
back
you
in the
hate.
Vegas bubble, which was pretty funny to see. So a lot of that is kind of interesting to me. Is that
I was wondering why the ad was done in Vegas.
it's very interesting that they would host it in a different area. I like that aspect of it where you're taking away the home
Yo,
advantage.
Vegas is getting too much.
They're doing too much.
Vegas, yeah, I've been doing too much.
Yep.
I'm gonna go plug that friggin' orb out. You guys, got.
That
I'm gonna
big-
go.
that
Yo,
big
I know
new
a guy.
theater.
I know a guy. Hector, we got a link.
Yeah.
He has a big enough clippers that we'll shut that. Y'all don't play around unless you guys put the hidden 6 poster on, and then we'll let it.
If you could run that, it
Yeah,
would be
you-
nice.
Get my good side though.
That would be nice.
What side would that be?
I think at the end of the day, it's entertainment nonetheless, right?
Yeah,
Speaking of
that's true.
entertainment, whether you take it for the good or bad entertainment, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Diddy, Sean Combs.
As many of you know, we've always said this. That's what I like, because we've our fans, our listeners, know when I say this, they know what I mean. How many times have we said, "Take that, take that," on this show?
They don't want to let us have anything good, man. All the good shit gets taken away.
Right? So after watching all this happen, and it's sometimes I think it's good. It's a double-edged sword where we don't get to report on things or discuss things,
Oh, as
they're
happen.
happening.
Yeah, because you could get a lot of narratives out of that.
right?
Yeah.
And then it's also interesting when we have enough time where you can step back and look at a grander situation.
I don't know about this one,
because
Zane.
It's I don't have to.
I feel like even now we're like, what, 3 weeks late into this?
Yeah, we're
like
3
at
weeks
least.
into it.
And we're
it's
still
gone
going to say
past-
some shit that ain't
it's-
going to fly.
It's gone past like, oh, is this true or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just funny because now I think we can more comment on watching how the world react to these things, how people, companies, social media.
Yeah.
Because then you start hearing all this. I want to know what starts the wheel. Is there a button that says, let's start releasing all the sus clips about Craig we've had over the past 15 years?
I think overall, like, there's always been a stigma with Diddy. Always.
Yeah,
The
that's
bad
what
boy
I'm saying.
curse.
And the same thing goes back to Epstein, where people said, well, they've heard about these things, but they've never been
They've never been able
everybody
to.
known.
They never
It's
prove
like the
it or
greatest
not.
secret. I think that's
Never.
a book or some crap, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it still bothers me to this day that people would rather wait for the moment to say, hey, I have a story to tell you, because, or they're like, oh yeah, you didn't
Mm-hmm.
know. That's always something weird, and now I look at it as, are we all equally to blame for any hardship that people have endured because we've choose to either
Ignore it. Yeah.
save it for, good time to get a check, or save it
Yeah,
for a good
yeah,
time
yeah.
to get recognition.
This got to go past Diddy, though.
It's past the
Research that I have not done. Diddy, every boss has a boss, sir. Every boss has a boss. Okay? Every boss, except for the Hidden Six. We ain't no boss here. We say what the fuck
Yo,
we
listen, I tell you, man. We always
want.
make
The streaming
joke.
platforms.
Yeah.
Please, forgiveness, please.
Forgive us.
But yo,
overlords.
what I mean is that, Diddy reports to somebody. Like, as much as he's built his empire and everything, Diddy reports to somebody too. And they've been sweeping all this under the rug.
Person's nastier.
They
so you're saying he
are.
pissed off somebody?
Yes, it has to be. That's how I feel.
Now, what
He
about
has
this
to
law
have.
that they said that, after it expires, people cannot file certain complaints?
Okay,
The
yeah.
Protectors Law. What is it called?
See, me.
But they just said the law just got extended about another 2 years.
But see, where I come from on that is like it only applies to a certain class of people, and I feel like when you're up in the 100 M's, the billionaires, et ceteras, I feel like you're past that.
So you're saying
I feel like Diddy's been way above prosecution.
On the news, they're talking about, Bob got caught up in this. Someone came up for. Okay, so everybody gets their justice.
But Diddy, you got hush money. Lots of hush money.
50 Cent's was talking shit.
Fam, you got hush money from
50
like
been
Biggie's
saying-
death, bro.
50 been saying that, your time's coming too.
There is a lot of like what ifs. You know what I mean? And some I want to know and some I don't. For instance, who killed Biggie? I don't want to know. In my lifetime, I don't want to know. I'll be honest. I don't want to know.
You're good. You just stopped because I was gonna say some
know.
wild shit. Apparently,
Don't want to know. Did he hit Cassie? I guess I want to know.
Yo, listen. Actually, I'm not gonna say that other part of what I've seen, what ended up on my phone.
Yeah.
And because I don't know that person, but then now I hear that they are complaining about these things happening to them. And I've also hear people of notoriety saying, hey, I saw those pictures too. And then maybe, allegedly, little teenage me, probably saw those pictures too. Think about that, right?
My thing...
I saw so many people. Sorry, Craig.
No, go ahead.
When you can tie about maybe 6 people kicking the bucket too close to...
yeah, it's a little bit sketch. It's a little sketch.
We just leave it right there.
What I was going to say about that is I hate the fact that it becomes very tinfoil hatty. That bugs me. I used to be like such a conspiracy theorist. Like,
Yeah.
I used to love
we're
it.
old school though. We're like aliens and stuff.
I used to soak that up though.
We don't, yeah.
No, not even alien. Like hip hop, conglomerate,
you want the-
Illuminati.
okay,
I used to
okay.
love all that shit. Like I could go on and
I
on
wanna
about
send you
it.
back in there, you know?
I had at some point after staying up till 4 or 5 a.m. watching countless YouTube videos, being down countless rabbit holes, I had to give it up.
Yeah.
I had to, bro.
It's not really bringing you any peace.
It ain't doing
or-
nothing for me.
It just brings you more arguing points.
It didn't do nothing for me, right? But now as all this stuff comes to fruition, it's just like you just want to know like very clear cut what happened, guilty, yes or no, what's the outcome of it. And I feel like dudes in his status, there's just no end to it, bro.
I think you were doing too much.
No, but how long has he been covering
Because-
up shit?
No, but I look at it, everything's ebb and flow.
Yeah.
What you push out will come back some way.
But it's like they
I-
choose it. I'm telling you, like him,
Are
he's
you
on a
saying
status
that-
of like,
Okay, so would you rather be
you
done-
compared him to Epstein. Like, or sorry, not compared him, but you said the word Epstein.
Not Epstein. Sorry, my apologies. What's that Hollywood
Weinstein.
guy? Weinstein.
But
Yo,
see,
listen.
no,
you see
but
the
you're
Steens? Okay, I'll stop.
Steens. I'm
Stop,
telling you,
stop,
though.
Stop.
I'm telling you. As soon as you start putting these on these level, obviously it's on people's mind. Like Diddy is doing something sketchy. That's just what people think.
He got into the Kanye West realm where I mentioned, remember
Maybe.
Icarus?
Yeah,
You flew too close. You looked behind the curtain.
Yeah.
And you were in a room
you couldn't stop what you
of
started.
things that you've seen. And you're like, wait,
Couldn't stop what you
I
started.
can do this too. But then you got carried away because I always used to make the joke of like, if I made a movie of I'm gonna say this now because if it does happen,
Y'all stealing it. Y'all stealing.
I concept of a movie where we do the Greek mythology, like the gods, but it's modern day. So god of food and good Bacchus, good time part would be Puff Daddy. I had
Get him
it,
to the
like,
Greek. He was in Get Him to the Greek.
Okay.
Tinfoil hat, Zane.
I'm
100%.
telling you,
Look at it.
I'm telling you,
Yo.
full circle connections.
Yo,
here.
Zane, next
Right?
episode, I need a cork board, I need some tacks, and I need about 200 feet of red string.
Craig, I washed out shirt with coffee stains and a tie.
Facts.
Right.
And I need someone to be on deck to be like, go get me some McDonald's.
Johnson. Because a lot of people you see in show business,
Yeah.
he never went away.
No.
He never went away.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
And you have to, go get your point off.
I'm just saying that we
Yeah.
haven't provided any quote unquote
Context.
facts to this, any context to this. So Diddy and Cassie, this is where this starts. At
Okay.
least this recent
Yeah.
saga, right? Cassie and Diddy settle for an undisclosed amount based on domestic abuse, XYZ, and everybody came out the woodwork to say, yeah, I saw her beat her so good one day. Yeah, she did XYZ.
security
This is
guard.
Chris Brown and Rihanna times like a trillion at this
Vladimir
point.
Eaton.
At the facts, big time. Now, Diddy stayed silent. Hush money. Take that. Whole time. Until, what was the most recent one where he had to come out and stop the allegation?
Because it was of an underage girl.
Yeah, and he
But
said, "Oh,
apparently she
that's
got
where I draw the
receipts.
line." He said, "That's
Apparently
where I
she
draw
got
the
receipts,
line."
but that's yet to be
They are
determined.
trying to bury this guy. Bury this guy.
Does he deserve to be buried?
No.
Ooh.
I know it sounds fucked up. Yeah, I know it sounds fucked up. At
I
this
just
point,
felt half the listeners just
at this point,
unsubscribe.
come
Subscribe.
on, come on now.
Listen, you guys subscribe.
Nah.
Cut it out. Okay.
This man made "I'll be
We
missing
know you're
you."
out there.
No,
Please.
he made "I'll be missing you." Nah, you can't take that.
Okay,
take that
no.
away.
You're doing that thing where you switched up with the sports dude, where you're more happy for him.
Yes.
And for the culture.
Yeah.
You're thinking for the culture, not for the victims, Craig.
That's not what I'm thinking about. Because at the end of the day, those victims have now chosen to come out the woodworks. So it's not about what has happened and, oh, it's all happened and we need to make sure we get closure
You
and
just
things
don't want to
like
wear
that.
that Sean John tracksuit you have.
I love that
in the
velour
closet,
Sean John.
That velour shit.
I'll never
You've
give it
been
up.
trying to drop that.
I'll never give it up.
I'm just thinking, the cologne should go down in price. I could copy it.
I think that where we are in 2023 will now lead back to every single thing being uncovered, every stone being unturned. And that's what me, the hip hop fanatic, the historian, I don't want
you're
that.
saying that this is more of a
Don't
taint
stop
for the
here.
culture
It is.
than I don't know.
Yo,
I
you
think
can
a lot
paint
of
Diddy
people,
as a bad guy. That's fine. A lot of people have done that already.
Well, we've already known.
He's hustled the locks.
That's
The
that's
lock
been the thing.
It's there.
112.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's there.
the
Loon.
band.
It's there.
Shine.
Yo, it's there. Yo, Ness,
So
you gonna do
why
your taxes?
okay, here's the problem. The cons are way outweighing the
They never
real-
stopped him then.
the-
They never stopped him then. I do not want to find out who killed Biggie. I'm telling you, this is where this leads.
No, we
I'm
told
telling
you we
right
don't want
now.
to.
No, I'm telling you right now. This is where
because
this leads.
it's a part of the lore.
No.
It's like in anime. It's
It's
like
happening.
knowing that one of the most badass characters.
Yo.
If you find out his true origin story or
You
part
ain't
of
gonna be fucking with it no more. It ruins it.
Just leave the.
I'm telling you right now,
Okay,
the
Craig,
storyline
you're
of Diddy's
walking a
villain
fine
story.
line here
Nah,
because I
nah.
understand what you're saying, right?
I'm not
But
advocating. I'm not
for
advocating
abuse or sexual
none of that.
violence or
None of that.
trafficking.
But I'm
or
telling
none
you,
of that.
Diddy hitting Cassie leads to who
Stop.
killed Biggie. I'm telling you right now. I'm saying it. It leads to who killed Biggie. I'm telling you, this is where this is going to go. You do not want to go down this road. You do not. It is
You
not
better
cool
go-
at the
hey,
other
listen,
side.
Call DJ Academics.
This
right
will
now
ruin hip hop.
and tell Academics to chill out.
This will
because
ruin hip hop.
I'm like, Ak, you're still doing these? He's like, yeah, my dude. What do you think?
Yo, this will ruin
I'm
hip hop.
here.
I'm telling you, this is bigger than what everybody's reading into.
Because I'm trying to think of who's been more influential in hip hop as you.
Diddy to
Because
me
if
doesn't
Snoop
seem that
Dogg
way,
got
bro.
into it. We shout out to Snoop. Snoop's
I
doing
feel like
big
Diddy's
things.
never
Shout out
left
to-
the 90s, fam. Like a 2000s beef is like,
Who, Puffy?
yeah.
Yeah, he's left. He still thinks he's.
Who's
yeah.
mad at him now?
He's still doing the Locks video.
Oh, MGK, you're upset? Oh, fuck, we're so sorry. You know what I mean? Like, who's he pissed off recently?
That's not your guy.
No. Who is he pissed off recently? Nobody. The people are all stuck in the 90s. It's the Locks. There's so many, bro. The Craig
That
Max.
shit with Cameron right now and Melissa Ford and all
Yo, and they're resurfacing Mace disses.
that. Yeah.
There's too much, bro. I don't like it. I do not like this,
Craig,
bro.
No, sir. I don't. In
I
our
don't like it. We're gonna
segment,
find out who killed Biggie, and it's gonna upset me, y'all.
I love how Craig's in.
I don't want to know it.
Yeah, Craig. Let Craig.
I don't want to know it.
Son.
I hope it. Hope it never gets released.
I'm always happy to hear Craig's voice.
It's gonna fucking ruin hip hop, bro.
It's true. Look at it.
Just let me die in peace, bro. Give me like 40 more years.
If you guys can see Craig's face, he's like willing to pack up and leave right now.
Give me
Craig,
like
it's not me.
Give me like 50 at this point, bro. Give me like 50 more. Y'all can have it after that, but I don't want to find out in my time.
And this is what I love about conversations and being on a podcast.
Okay, so
we have the topic, and you think the topic can go one way,
but we take
which
it.
majority of the topics
you know me, I'm in the West.
The
son.
topics have only been how nasty these things are,
yes.
and what their egregious acts have been committed,
yeah,
and how many people are not speaking out on it or not canceling Puffy. I've yet to hear the conversation of the impact it's done on the culture, which some might think some might say, just hear me out, don't come at me. It might be slightly insensitive to the topic.
Of course.
But it is a necessary conversation.
Of course.
Because if you're looking at...
It's a vessel. That's what I feel.
When you think Ciroc,
yeah,
culture, Diddy, Sean John,
Diddy,
Bad Boy, all these things, and... They were influences in our lives.
Of course they were.
Biggie Smalls, one of my...
Of course.
Because he was a fat kid. I was a fat kid. The first line I remembered to recite in hip-hop was, birthdays were the worst days.
Now we sip champagne
while we
thirsty.
And I remembered, I hate my birthday.
Now,
and I'm
take
like,
that.
Biggie,
take
I'm
that.
with you.
Take that and find out who killed Biggie. And you'd be like, God damn it. That just ruins the whole fucking thing.
I can make it worse.
How?
Biggie would be caught up in this too.
Oh, fuck. We need Faith Evans on the phone right now.
No, we don't.
Faith Evans right now.
No, we don't.
Right
no,
now.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. We don't need any more voices in this. We don't need any more
I need to talk to Faith Evans. Who has the answers?
Oh, are you going to ask the ex-wife?
Yes. She knows.
She's coming with...
She knows, dog. Oh, my God.
You don't want to know the truth.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
So you're going to bring the ex-wife. The ex-wife's going to be like... And she's going to...
And he won shit.
Yeah. And one time I opened the door and could you believe... Oh, yeah, no.
She knows both, eh? Because she got Pac.
Okay, so...
She knows the whole fucking shit.
We're looking at the end of rap culture, hip-hop culture, because we're a bunch of misogynistic pigs.
Yeah, I guess. That's probably where that goes.
Because the culture beats off of drug abuse, gun violence.
Women abuse.
Yeah.
Trafficking of everything.
Some musics are lesser.
Okay.
Because if you think about it, hip-hop usually is 80% drug, gun violence.
Yeah. That all plays into it.
Sexual misconduct.
Young Thug
is sick.
I don't know, man. His lawyer team is just on some next level shit. This is such a weird trial. How long has this been going on for? Like over a year now. This man's been locked up for a minute. Gun is out. Gun is out on his fucking fifth album. On his fifth album.
On road.
That's fucked up.
Now,
Thug is like, I am patiently waiting to just shit all over everything.
The thing that's bothered me is that I've seen videos where they've hand in pills. Stuff's gone really weird. But the one weird thing on Young Thug's case was the fact of one of the jurors got up and did a speech about One Piece.
Did he actually?
This chick is talking about... No, not One Piece. Bleach.
Okay.
She got up and
she's the
she tried to
Johnny Cochran.
She tried to liken, I don't know, YSL or some terminology.
Yeah, linked it all back.
To...
pushing positivity.
To a character or the Soul Society. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, listen, I love us nerds.
Yeah.
But there's times you need to touch grass.
Yeah, y'all can't just use that whenever you want.
Listen, I am great at interjecting an anime parody, parallel line somewhere in a conversation in life to just tell people how fly the writing is.
Yes.
But when it comes to drug felonies and murder, extortion, and gang activities, bringing up your favorite cartoon is not gonna cut it.
It ain't it. It
shows that this, like, the generation we got swinging after us.
Yeah.
Even us right now.
Yeah.
It's trash.
That's why the judge is old timey. Yeah, you can't get none of that past them. They're not listening to none of that
Craig,
shit.
you can't
Pusher,
have-
what?
Oh my god.
Anime, what? Back in my day.
What's a hockey? What's a bankai?
That's facts. They're not getting you with
And
none of
the
that
worst
shit.
part is, I'm not a Bleach. I watch Bleach. I hate that song they play. I am not a Bleach is not in my top 10.
No.
So I'm also already hating
Yeah.
that the fact they reference a cartoon that anime that's like for me it's like
It's so strung out, though. This whole trial is so fucking strung out,
God,
man.
for you to think that's what's gonna sell.
I don't know what the end game has for Thugger. Like,
He's gonna get some prison time.
yeah, he might
And
at
is
the end
the
of
judge
it.
is doing it
Maybe they're
because
dragging it out. Say, oh, you only do a 5 after this.
He's only getting prison time because he wasted my time.
Yeah,
He's-
facts.
It's
facts,
a fuck around to
facts.
find out.
You know what? It's been 3 years of trial. You were gonna do 10. We'll call it 5.
You're gonna get 16.
You be alright. Like,
You'll be out in 7. You'll be
nah.
fine.
I mean, I don't know what the future holds for Young Thug. This whole thing has been very weird. I don't even consider this hip hop news, as crazy as that sounds.
I hear you.
At this point,
All these are life lessons for
like
me.
Melly is like hip hop news.
Yeah,
Melly's
true.
death trial, but Young Thug's RICO case is like the only
It's
thing
not-
hip hop to me is like you shot up Wayne's tour bus. Everything beyond that is like, who is this guy again?
It's not.
This
it's
seems
not-
like a whole other
I'm
world
so
for me.
surprised. It's making mainstream. It's starting to creep into the mainstream.
Mhm.
So I'm interested to see where it ends up and not. But
I don't know.
I think he's a good representation of what I mentioned. I think with Puffy, which I'm gonna revisit this throughout the episode. Of you've accumulated so much. Like I told you, I said a couple weeks ago. I tell the universe I'm coming to collect, but
Yeah.
what it knows I'm collecting. The universe been punching like, yeah, take that, take that,
Take that. Take that.
with consent.
I don't know about
So
this
I
one.
figured this is just you can't be that hot and be that villainous and be okay.
How long is it gonna be like cool for, relevant for? Like Thug's whole
case-
trial?
As soon as they get a verdict, it's gonna be out of the way. Look at Tori and Meg.
Yeah.
As soon as we get a verdict,
It's
it's gonna
done.
be out of the way. And
Yeah,
we're
it's
gonna
buried.
move on to next. It's what's gonna be the next case.
It's a
right?
federal case too, though. Federal
I
cases are a lot
think if
bigger.
Somehow,
The feds
if
will win.
Puffy case ends up going to court, which
Like a
I
R-
think he's trying to avoid. He'll probably
It's
go
like a R.
broke.
Kelly thing, bro.
He'll probably go broke, but it's gonna be the next
nasty.
OJ.
It'll be nasty.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Where it's
Yeah.
like, we're gonna be coming home.
Yeah.
If they televise that shit,
Yeah.
we're gonna be coming home to watch the case.
Yeah, that's tomatoes and that's apples and oranges, tomatoes
Apples
and
and
tomatoes right there, bro. Young Thug compared to a Diddy, way different. But their defense, man, shout out to them. Like, y'all been using some outlandish claims right here.
It's the
Young
it's-
Thug's defense is going pretty hard
and
right
I think
now.
at this point you can't switch, right? You just gotta eat. You just
You
gotta,
gotta
eat
take
and be
it.
like, yo, I hired the guy that I found at
Yeah.
the corner of the dollar
Yeah,
the
facts.
$1.99 store.
And they're like trying
Yo,
everything.
I just did I just did an
Everything.
online course, dog. I got you, right? So Young Thug, best of luck.
I have never been represented. That's a lie. I've been represented, but not
Oh.
very well. But
Craig got court stories.
when it comes down to it,
Maybe
like
not.
nothing significant
Next
compared to
time.
this. But the judge is like very. It's weird to me because a judge has to be like very black and white, unbiased. This is a trial. I've never
Some
done a
judges,
trial.
Some judges do show their biases.
They do.
Yeah.
I've never done a trial, but it's like when you have this defense up against the jury and they're like claiming like we're pushing positivity, this, and that. This is not a gang. This is this is that. Like, it's so outlandish to me. It's so outlandish.
Yeah, what it means.
Oh,
Yeah, the
man.
acronyms, how the acronyms.
No,
mean
it's
and
just
all
like,
that.
what are we doing this for? Like, they claim they're a threat to society. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
Young Thug, threat to society.
They have to prove how not of a threat they are, and we're just a bunch of goofy kids.
But I feel like the outside community, it's like the murders, everything that's surrounding it is like, what are we talking about right now?
Yeah, I'm happy for the
dragging it
trial
out.
to get on and get out of the way, and people get justice because
At some point.
all I want to do sometime, Craig, is get in a car, a souped up pink neon Lamborghini, and run over crackheads, but they won't let me have it. Right?
But they just simply won't let me do it.
So, for the gaming world, who knows? And people who don't game, girls, listen up. It's gonna be a gift for your man if he games eventually.
Facts.
GTA 6
Trailer finally revealed.
finally dropped.
Finally.
And as most AAA games go, especially one at this caliber, which is probably going to be the most game of all games.
This is another decade in the making.
Right?
This is 10 years waiting for another 10 years of playing.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
GTA got released with all the fanfare of conspiracy galore. If it's from the kid of the father that worked on the game that
Released the trailer, he leaked it.
How stupid are you?
Yeah, facts.
To think like, yo, I'm gonna do this for some clout. Yo, you clout chasing. When clout becomes a disease, I swear, it's gonna be the best thing for human beings. Right? Now your dad can't get a job anywhere because your kid's a dumbass.
Couldn't keep your fucking mouth shut.
Right? Little Timmy. Now, I was going through the trailers and I'm breaking the trailer down. What I do is I look at the trailers and see where the arcs are.
Okay.
I see a trick, some girls doing on Instagram, them twerking in a car while racing.
That was crazy,
I'm
bro.
like, oh, okay, so we're probably gonna be doing
I was like, this is already
we're probably
lit.
gonna get somebody blown up.
Yeah.
Because
This is already lit.
I saw
like
her a couple times.
5
She was on
seconds into the
beach.
trailer,
yeah, I'm like,
bro.
okay, so I'm probably gonna help her.
I thought that was
become an
nuts.
influencer. I think it's.
I
Gonna
feel
be,
like
right.
it depicts such a crazy world, and then you're like, that is today.
It's wild.
That is
enough
us,
where
bro.
you're like, it's not Saints Row all the way.
It's not Saints Row all the way.
Yeah.
But you're like, this is reality.
It's very reality.
That was fucked
Give
up.
me the Gators. Give me the
They
Bayou.
didn't make this shit up. They did
Bro,
their
I
research
am-
based off of shit that's actually happening.
I'm looking at the game. I'm like, I'm so ready for the bullshit. Yes.
This storyline was like, oh, I am going to go in, bro. Like, this is like, I need a week off work. I need a week
Man,
off wifey
I'm
duty.
so
I'm
happy.
off everything at this
Me
point.
and my boys
I'm
are
3
talking
pizza
about-
boxes deep.
You're gonna get it. Greasy controllers up. You know when you
Facts.
start wiping on your first is the socks.
Facts.
Then you're like, screw it. The shirt, the pants, this pants is getting it.
Just do it.
It's getting it.
I'm going in on this
Right,
story.
just so I can be there with my friends and we can laugh. Like, yo, let's go do this. Mac was a big fan of it, so
It'll be the
it's
least
gonna be out for
productive
him.
week after that releases.
Craig, I'm sitting there, I'm enjoying. The inner kidding me is like, yes,
Yeah.
this shenanigans is gonna be brainless. Fun is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Then I saw a flag. Then I saw people talking about, oh, this company is represented by a certain sect of people. Then if I get the game, then I'm responsible with blood
Now
on my
I'm-
hands.
now I'm-
Then I was told that, oh, the main character's transgendered. Are you happy?
Oh, fuck.
Stop modern current daying us. Then I'm like, oh, if you want to play with a girl as a main character, you have to fight. I'm like, guys, I don't care.
This is not about any of this.
I deserve as a human being, Craig, for all the good I would like to think that I did, the babies I didn't kick in the face,
Yeah.
all the people that I didn't shove in traffic.
Was for this. Was all leading up to
I
this.
Just want to play some video games.
Like,
and
is it wrong to want to be left alone and just be immersed for a little bit and escape, as ironic as it is, to a reality that is mirrored over what you are currently seeing? To be immersed in something that you are already seeing?
I
Is
just
it too
wanna-
much to ask?
I just want more fidelity and drive my speedboat through flamingos.
I'm telling you, I am on board 100% with
Shipwrecks and
you.
Sharks, Craig.
I'm on board 100%. Just to have that moment. Because when it's done, it's done. When you complete the campaign, there's no coming back. It's
I got
done. You've seen
introduced
it.
to Nipsey Hussle from GTA.
There you go.
That Hold Up.
Mm-hmm.
That song, I played that song on repeat.
Yeah.
It was so catchy when I had my charger, my first house, and
Franklin.
yeah, man.
GTA 6 is going to be like over the top, man. There are so many things that'll come from it.
You were talking about lawsuits that came from it already?
So there are 2 people currently that are suing for likeliness. So there
Yeah,
was the
one thing
Joker
with-
in Florida.
One thing we all Americans, y'all love a lawsuit.
If they steal any likeliness, but GTA, man, they're so sneaky with it. Think about it. GTA has like dodged, ducked, and weaved
They did Lindsay
every
Lohan. Lindsay Lohan was swinging the last time.
for that loading
Yeah.
screen.
That's what I think that girl twerking on the car, she's that
Yo,
part in this game.
every car company, manufacturer, they do parody upon parody
So
upon
you're-
parody.
because they
You're
never
not
actually
getting to
do
them.
the car.
It's just a little bit off. It's not a Corvette, it's a Coquette. It's not an Escalade, it's a Cavalcade. You know what I mean? They're smart like this, bro.
It's not a Corvette, it's a
Yo,
voluptuous.
listen. As a Rockstar developer, like, enjoyer, y'all fucked up Midnight Club. There will never be another Midnight Club because of GTA.
Because they couldn't. Midnight Club was going on Lexus. They were trying to run it, but they couldn't pay the bill.
They don't want to pay the fucking bill.
They don't want to pay the bill, man.
So there's the Joker in Florida, who is a
Yeah.
real life person who is the likeliness claims has been
hold
stolen.
on. You used to say some random dude saying he's a. Is Florida stating he's their Joker of Florida, or he's
No.
just self-proclaimed?
He's self-proclaimed. No, he's up there though. He's up there.
Okay.
I think so. He's
I
not
love
on
Craig
that
knows
level,
it.
but
I love how Craig knows this random dude.
and then a motherfucker with wicks and a grill claims, "Oh, these motherfuckers stole my likeliness too." No,
That's the dude with the grills and the wicks.
Bruh.
His hair's like candle wicks.
you're like 50%.
You're all the Haitian dudes in.
That's it. Don't act like you're special. That's everybody.
Craig, you'll make a terrible judge.
You better share that goddamn lawsuit.
He's like, were you born before GTA?
Yeah, facts.
If
no,
not, get the fuck out of here.
I couldn't
your hair.
stand that shit, bro.
Oh,
you can't just be
man.
happy that you made it into a game, man.
Wicks
You
and
got to
Grills
make a
is
bag
sick
off of
name,
that,
though.
man. Man, I don't like how this becomes an opportunity for people to have a come up. It shouldn't
Craig,
be like that.
If you had a cardboard cutout of you and they steal it, wouldn't you want your recognition?
I'd be hyped. I'd just be like, yo, I'm in the game. Like, I don't need money.
You sure, Craig?
I need money. Who doesn't? What am I saying?
I'm like, yo, I'm gonna call Craig. Yo, Craig, there's a guy with Jace Fitted in what's the game? In Cyberpunk, I took a picture of a graffiti.
Yeah.
And it was a poster of Vibes Cartel.
Really?
But they did it like
They got his permission?
But because I don't know, but because I know of it, I know it's Vibe. And I sent to a lot of people. I'm like, yo, this is Vibe. And I showed them the poster of him dressed in the same color shirt with the same tattoos on it. And it just did one like a mural
Of him.
in there. So maybe so it was dope. It
That's
was really
different
dope.
because that's somebody who's already established. These guys are trying to get a quick come up. Like the one dude, the Joker dude, is suing for $2 million. 2 M's.
Well, that's how lawsuits work.
Rockstar will probably settle for like 50 bands and just be like, get the fuck out of my face,
Right?
right?
You got 50 bands.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Lawyer gets 5.
I don't like
Imagine
all
if
that.
Rockstar's like,
I don't think less of the
Good.
person for doing that,
we're going to
but
send you our 5 shark lawyers.
You know what I mean?
That we're not paying because they owe us.
you know what I mean?
And we're going to make you back. That countersuit thing is rough.
They
'cause
work for online currency. Like they're like, damn,
yo,
I'm
the
50
man
shark
them
cards in debt.
The
This
man
guy's
them get paid
scratching
in
at his neck.
crypto, they're rough because they are limited.
I just feel like, this is like such a wide-based game, and then it's not about you. Like, the storyline's going to get deep, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like all the previous GTAs, like, everybody has a character and a likeness, and there's like, Rockstar
It's
puts
all
so much work
parodies
into it.
of cultural.
Yeah, Rockstar puts so much
and it
work
was-
into it. You
it's-
have to, like, it's an artistry thing. Like, it's not ripping off. They're not ripping off.
Can I sue someone for imitating real life?
Yes,
For
they
imitating that's
could.
maybe where it's coming to.
A legal standpoint. But, like,
I
these
can
men
sue
put
you
in the
for-
work.
So what about the streets? That's government property.
Nah, not like that. I think, like, it's, like, trashy to sue them. That's how I feel.
You're killing creativity.
Yeah, like, Rockstar at the end of the day has such a tight-knit, like, everything is mirrored off of something. Like, their map is mirrored off of the grid of your city. Their advertisements, their companies, their everything is mirrored off of something. But the parodies are so good, you shouldn't. Like, you're salty if you come to that conclusion. You know what I mean? Because it's almost like it's exactly what they'd want you to do. It's what they'd expect is you'd sue them for likeliness, but that's what we're paying to play. The game I want to be immersed. I want it to be real. I want the experience.
Yeah.
And they've done the research. And all of a sudden, it becomes like, oh, it's about me. It's about me. It's about him. It's about her.
I get it. They make the money though.
Like,
yeah, I get it.
so what?
Yo,
You create
one
a
thing
game that
you've learned,
doesn't
you
relate?
guys must learn is Craig's for the artist. Craig's for the art. I realize.
To some degree.
Craig's for the culture because he would. I think we'll go back to he would rather but I think that comes down to we can't separate the art and culture from the company or the artist and the person. I think that's what people's having their problems with.
I think it's just now, like, if you look at San Andreas,
Yeah.
what does a lowrider club sue them? Does a CJ sue them? Does Grove Street sue them? Like, they just put in so much work. You have to respect it. You have to appreciate the
Grove
artistry.
Street.
You know what I
fucked
mean?
me up there with the Grove Street.
No, but
yeah, what y'all know about? They don't know about Grove
It's
Street.
bullshit at the end of the
They
day.
don't know about Grove Street.
It's just, it seems to me like, again, like you said with the clout chasing and stuff like
Yeah.
that, like, fuck you. You go and get a fucking little bag. Like, you mean nothing in this world.
Yeah, we're gonna
These guys
forget
are
about
going to
you.
be $1 billion industry.
Yeah, they are. We're gonna forget about
Decades. Like, you want to be the face, and all of a sudden people are supposed to say, oh yeah, that's Zane. That's Space Boy. That's his likeliness that they took. No, Officer Tenpenny was fucking Samuel L. Jackson.
you. He was a dick.
He was a dick. But at the end of the day,
He made the best part of the
it
story.
was so good,
Because
bro. You
hated
need
him.
it. You
hated
need it,
him
bro.
so bad because
You
it's
fucking need it.
when you get pulled over, when he roll up on you, it's like he's stressing you in your house.
And Mans
And you're like,
felt
why are you
that.
doing this, bro? And you just gotta deal with it.
Mans felt that. And not one officer was like, yo, I fucking, I illegally search my clients. Like, that's how I feel about it, bro.
Nah, Elon Musk said he doesn't like it because he doesn't like the feeling of killing cops.
Okay, fair. Yeah, Charleston White was all about it. Oh, this is gonna pollute the whole fucking jet. Motherfucker, stop. If you can't separate reality and virtual, regardless of how real it feels,
A news article.
no, I want to go 5 stars. I need 6 stars. I want the whole military coming for me.
Shutting it down.
I want that experience. The storyline alone, after I get the story done, I'm booting it. I don't care about no online, no nothing.
I've rarely done online. But
I want a
think
week of
probably-
pizza boxes, beer cans, and
Grease control.
storyline.
Is this what you do with your time off, Craig?
That's what I will be doing if it
Well,
comes out in the right time.
And you guys know that if you. Oh, by the way, I'm not gonna be here in a couple weeks or so you guys might get.
hitting
You guys will get some
road.
time to yourselves.
He's touching road.
We'll get some time to yourselves. I'll probably just text to harass Craig to see how he'll try to do a satellite pod just to annoy him. Just to annoy him. Right? But yeah, I have my birthday, I have my Christmas, my brother's birthday, my mom's wedding. So I have a lot of stuff to take care of. I just
Yeah.
hope everybody is happy in whatever realm they are. There's a lot of things going on in the world, Craig. Even in news, I saw that the U.S. Congress, they were supposed to vote on having a ceasefire. I guess this is where the whole world was saying, okay, if we say yay or nay here, this is what's happening.
Like
But
the U.S.
then
is going to
the
have that
US
much pull.
Yeah, and then the U.S. was like, no, we're not going to have a ceasefire.
Yeah.
By the way, they're going to buy these shells from us. It was very interesting because I'm not for war, and it was so weird to see that all signs point to do a ceasefire,
Yeah.
but they didn't want a ceasefire. Now, this can be down to the 2 individuals that didn't vote.
It's like who asks for it at the end of the day. Like, I feel like this is a conflict where the U.S. can't really flex that hard. Like, Israel's a big country, man.
But U.S. been asking for. It's weird. The president. Sorry, my bad. The president and all these guys seems like they were saying, "Yo, ceasefire." Can I veto that vote?
That's kind of what it comes down to. Like, do I really have that global power?
Oh,
Israel, at the end of the day, man, Israel's a big country. Like, they got a lot of pull. So you
Because
can't
of the
really
US.
flex the U.S. No, but you can't. The U.S. has always supported them, but the U.S. in a conflict like this cannot be like, because I said so, you need to do X, Y, Z. They are a power that is so big that will be like, nah, fuck you. We're not listening to you.
Yeah, and we've made
And-
it clear that, guys, that me and Craig, really just about just not the death of kids.
Oh, it's
Just
terrible.
about to see a kid just scream like, "Yo, I just
terrible.
lost my brother."
And
my dad."
Palestine, as much as they are
the grief is gonna travel for us for the next 100 years.
like Palestine at the same time, man. It's not like what I mean is Israel is more on a global scale, but Palestine, if they don't want to do a fucking ceasefire, they're
they're
not going to do it.
exist after this. That's what I think.
It could happen.
They're not because
That's
they were
possible.
barely existing before.
Yeah, it's possible.
So whatever the outcome
Israel's
is,
big, man. It's a tough one. Israel's big. Like U.S., everyone likes to think that they're the center of attention, and they are in a lot of cases. But when you talk about a global conflict, man, there's a lot of them that you get involved in different ways. You know, you get involved through like funding, through like all the bad stuff. When you really try to be the voice or like the big brother, Israel could just be like, yeah, we're not listening to you guys.
They
like
have that.
Israel
Like,
could be like, yo, fuck
we're
off.
on a crusade. We're doing our own thing.
It ain't gonna necessarily end well, man.
Yeah, the conflict's not good. That brings me to my other conflict,
Mm.
equally as serious, I would like to say. So, little story goes, I have a daughter, and she came to me and she's mentioned to me about, I guess, her friend group. She's on the outs
Oh,
of the friend group, right?
great.
And so usually I'm the parent. Whenever my daughter, I like to think I have a great relationship with my daughter, where she'll debrief me now on
Yeah.
her own, like every day. So dad, as
This is
I'm
what
cooking or whatever,
happened.
yeah, she'll just run through it, and I see it's like therapy for her too.
Mm.
So she just, she talks out her day and whatever, and we can dissect it more. And she's talking to me, and she's like, I guess one of her best friends took over the group, and now it's like whatever she says goes.
Mm.
And now she says she finds herself on the outside. And I'm like, so I'm always, as a parent, would always tell my kid, hey, you don't need anybody right now. You're
Yeah.
pretty young. You're going to make tons of friends. You could just be cool in general, but focus on your work and
Yeah.
just excel.
Yeah.
That's your only mission as a child right now, is to do.
Yeah.
be
A lot of
number
that's
one.
not gonna mean much
Yeah,
years down the line.
We're going to tell you
Yeah.
that.
Right now it
right?
sucks, but
And it's going to get worse in high school.
yeah,
right?
you're gonna get the last laugh.
And then she mentioned that one of her friends, which I know of, said like, well, this is like the second time we're gonna let you back in, right? So I asked her, I'm like, second time. I'm like, so for them to have a consensus or a vote on whether or not to bring you back in, what are you doing to annoy these kids? So
How are you on the outs?
I asked my kid, I said, are you secretly a dick? I didn't say it like that, but you know what I mean. Are you not nice? Are you a meanie?
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm like, yo, are you a dick to these kids? And so you just think you're cool, and because for them,
I'm tired of putting up with their shit.
yeah, they're sick of you. I love my kid. She is amazing, heart of gold. But we've all been kids. Craig.
Yeah, that social circle is a nightmare, man.
We've all been
That's
kids
the jungle out there.
where we pick on kids.
Of
Craig,
course.
you bullied Craig.
I have.
You sicko.
I have.
I've bullied
I've been.
and been bullied,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you know how good it feels to be on the end to start the joke, or the roasting, and
You
all
want to be
that.
on the upper side
yeah,
of that.
you want to be on the cool kid, whatever that looks like, right? So I noticed a switch in her tone, because usually the conversation goes, well, babe, you don't need them, you're amazing, and then everything's all cool. But I can see she's taking it to heart of what I said, which is all I need. Like I told her, I said, listen, you have to understand that you can be annoying people.
Yeah.
You have to be aware. Episode whatever, read the room.
Yeah.
You have to be conscious, because I know you can get carried away into having a shtick. Every kid has a stick.
You want to be
where
that person.
They or I always say this tagline,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
I always make that sound when everybody's, you know what I
Facts,
mean?
facts.
Where to you it might be a way to get attention, or for you to validate you're funny.
But it's going to hit a.
Pissing.
It's going to hit a head. Yeah.
Right. So because I asked her, the kid that said, she's like, yo, she said what? She said I was being she said the S word, right? Whatever
Oh,
the S
great.
word means, shithead or whatever, right? Oops, not another word. What? So that's why I asked her, said, if they're saying that, maybe you do have to check how you're behaving.
It's
Tame
hard
it
though.
down
It's
a bit.
hard because it's
Or
like
Craig's
it's an
like, yo, be
identity
yourself.
crisis. Yeah, it's an
Tell those
identity
kids kiss
crisis.
rock.
It's too early to say like, oh, conform, be like this, be like this. Me personally, like, you have to infiltrate another group, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you go to the chess club, right? Right?
I was like that. I was
to the
multiple. I was with the
undesirables.
rockers. I was with the hip hoppers. I was with the nerds. So once I got usually like sick of each other, I can always go and hang out
Yeah.
with this crew for a couple days.
True. You
So
could
then-
get around.
Yeah. But the kids in school, it's not a nice. It's like some Game of Thrones shit.
Well, it's also the age. Like, when it comes down to it, middle school and elementary is like a different social structure. Once you get to high school, that's like the big leagues right there. And by
Yeah.
college, it doesn't matter. If you do go to college, there's a group out there
It's
for
a smaller group. With
everybody,
college,
bro.
I find it's a smaller.
Yeah, you can do
sect.
whatever you
probably
want.
have a group of 3 of y'all.
Yo, you could be into the weirdest, most niche thing, and you will find people that are like right there with you.
Yeah.
When you're in high
Even
school,
weird,
middle
yeah.
school, etc.,
Everybody's
you're
shouting to be
broad.
special.
It's a broad spectrum. You know what I mean? Like, there's who's on the ins, who's on the outs. But what I would do is I would train some motherfuckers in the chess club and just be like, yo, you see so and so over there? Yo, you go debo them right now.
Oh my goodness.
And we stage a rebellion. Now, what was originally not cool is now cool.
Yeah, befriend the nerds.
Yeah.
That's what I always find, because the nerds
Yo,
always end up good in life.
Growing up, man, I used to be in like all these groups, and I never thought of it until like later in life. But you know, like I would take a lunch and go chill with people who were like disabled and learn. Like I learned sign language for someone who was, you know, handicapped and
Yeah.
like weird things like that.
They
That at
set
the
me up.
time,
Yeah.
like, and I remember my friends used
You
to
remember
get
your sign?
nah.
Remember the sign?
My friends used to go get subs every Friday.
Yeah.
That was like this thing back. We were mad young.
School traditions are the best, bro.
And I remember I
for us.
skipped this one lunch with the handicap group to
Yeah.
go and just get lunch. Like you were just like, I'm normal. I'm with the homies.
I have a stupid joke like that.
Felt so bad with that, bro. Like,
they raged out.
yo, the teachers and them, they didn't have that, bro. They were like, you what? Yo, you don't come eat cheesies with fucking so and so right here. Like, there's a problem.
Tommy had a tantrum.
It's a
That Timmy had a Timmy.
problem. Yeah.
Timmy had a tantrum.
I didn't take it.
because you broke the site. Because
It's big, man. When you make a commitment,
The reoccurrence of Craig showing up.
yeah,
Was
it made a
probably the
difference.
best part of their
It made a
day,
difference.
because they're sick of dealing with the teachers.
Yo,
Wow.
I didn't think about. I'm 8 at the time. I'm like not thinking nothing of it. I just wanted a motherfucking sub.
Wow.
My mom gave me $10. I wanted a goddamn sub.
A man of the people.
It's
$10,
crazy to think,
eight,
bro.
Get a good stuff for $10.
It's crazy to think, but yeah, man. I mean, at that age, you have to sacrifice a lot. As you get older, none of that matters. But it's everything
It's hard to
at that
navigate
time.
now
It's
because
everything at
I
that
don't
time.
expect her to just like walk in and be like, you guys don't matter. My dad's right.
By the time
right,
I was
do.
fast forward a couple of years,
Yeah.
I'm that bully. I'm trying to be popular. I
I'm
want to
sure
fit in.
she's a tall girl. I'm sure she's bullied a couple kids, right?
She probably knocked a couple
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
That's
just-
okay.
right.
That's okay.
She's all, whenever she talks about a situation, and I would always tell her, I would like for you not to start with a situation. How about you just tell me your day was boring? I need you to give me nothing happened today, Dad. Right?
More
But they
than
get
fair.
into that age because they're taller, the older kids, their voices are being heard more. But yeah, I would to say to all little parents, yeah, talk to your kids. Let your kids talk to you, because these are the moments. Like I was swamped with work. I was pushing almost 10 hours. We're doing 10-hour shifts.
Ugh.
I did it for 6 days a week, so I was already tired. And I remember not doing 7 days a week because I said I'd rather be home with my daughter.
I started having goddamn illusions, bro. I started getting work dreams where they may
I
not
do that
be.
all the time. I've always do that all the time.
Yeah, they may
Well,
not
you've
be
never
at
done
work.
It before?
Oh, I get them, but typically when I work a long week,
Yeah.
it's like a mixture. It's not work related, but it'll be people from work in my whatever scenario is going on, and it
Yeah,
bugs me when
it's
I wake up.
creeping
It's like
into your-
it's my nightmare.
That's all anxiety too,
fucking
Craig.
hate
Where
that,
it's almost
bro.
you're not even dreaming. You're thinking about work.
I hate that, bro. You wake up and you're
man.
like, why? I'm gonna see you in like 2 hours, bro.
You
like,
need a vacation, Craig.
yeah, maybe.
No, Craig. Real shit. You need even if it's like Jamaica for like a weekend.
Oh man, a
you
getaway
just
would
need
be
a
beautiful.
beach and show up here and eat. That's all you need. Don't even do the zip line thingy. Don't do the just do the. I just want to walk out.
Yeah.
This private beach is ours. I can chill. I can probably explore the cliff face or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm good here. Babe, when are we eating? Okay, cool.
2025.
Yes. Take it for yourself, man.
2025.
I know you guys got to figure out honeymoon, right?
Yeah, we got a lot going on.
Yeah.
We're not there yet, though.
A lot of my friends are experiencing a little bit of life burnout right now, because
It's tough, man.
especially the men. I don't know what it is. The men around in my life, my friends such as yourself, Peter, Stevie Ray, all these guys, they do so much
Yeah.
just on their regular live stream.
It's too much, man.
It's already too much.
It's already
so I hear it in
overload,
their
bro.
voice where it's starting to leak into their maybe relationships. So, and I'm keep telling my guys, I hear you,
Got to get away.
because the problems, the stuff that you guys that are bothering you right now, I've heard these conversations before. So it's
Yeah.
not like it's new.
Yeah.
It's your capacity to deal right now. You need a break, bro.
It's tough, though, because it's like you get away, you get that time off, and you feel better. And
You're
come
already
back,
freaking out
You
about
come back.
come back.
You come back,
That's
and
me.
it's just,
I'm thinking about when I go home and everything's green
there's
and
shit
beautiful.
not being taken
that
care
I
of.
hit the highway, it's gray.
You know?
No leaves on the trees.
Yeah.
It's winter.
Maybe. It could be a
winter.
seasonal thing.
We stress
For
out
sure.
different in summer because we can always find a little exhale. Oh, I end up on a patio somewhere. or some
Yeah,
shit.
it's
A
not
late
so
backyard,
bad.
A late backyard barbecue.
Whereas winter, you're locked down.
Yeah, and it's just like
yeah.
and the weather is not sexy. It's not sexy outside.
I'm telling you this much. I got enough Baileys and rum chata to get me through that depression right now.
So
You
you're
come
coming
over.
You're on the Bailey's train.
Yeah, the Bailey's train has left the
That's
station,
my
bro.
drink.
Straight up, heat up some milk, toss some hot chocolate powder in that, toss a little Bailey's in that.
On some broke boy thing,
Oof.
I found a better version than Bailey's,
Really?
and it's cheaper.
No way.
It's called I can't give the damn name. Oh, here's the thing here. This one here.
What is this?
This is
It's
the-
Irish as fuck.
Yep.
Oh, Cassie's.
Yeah. I'm telling you. Because I
What?
taste Bailey's and I'm like, Bailey's, you know what? You're pretentious sons of bitches. You're just paying for the name.
Facts. Oh, it's Irish cream. It's the exact
correct.
same
I'm
thing.
telling you, if you smell it or whatever, I'm telling
Oh,
you.
Casey's.
Yeah. It's probably $10 cheaper
Yeah.
and it gives you the same effect. I don't know if there's anything, but when you smell it,
Jesus.
yeah, it's for the bottle's empty.
God
But
damn.
when you
Yeah, it smells exactly
it
the same.
smells exactly the same, Craig. And my palate is
There's no difference.
my palate will tell how bad of a change it is versus because there's tons of different versions of Irish cream.
Yes, yes.
So that was my thing. So I've drank a lot of them. This is the closest to it, and I realize it's the best. I saved myself some money.
That's what's up.
It's the same, yeah. Bada bing, man. But hey, I'm not knocking your drink.
Nah, it's all good.
It's all
good.
Bailey's anyway.
It's all good.
Craig's making it seem like he put a shot in. You're not putting a shot in.
Glug, glug,
It's 50%. 50. Like, ooh, it's only 8 o'clock, babe.
God damn, son.
Oh, man, Craig.
It's been a beautiful episode.
Ladies and gentlemen.
As
thank
much as it's a Christmas special, look, we hope y'all enjoy your festivities, enjoy your holidays, time with family, friends, however you decide to spend it. For
Yeah.
those of you that are alone, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right,
Sometimes it's nice too. Listen to me and
And
Zane
take up
bitch
your
about all
friend.
our busy schedules.
For
Y'all don't
those
have
of
to
you who
do
are
that.
alone, if someone invites you to a Christmas party
Go,
or
man.
a dinner,
Go to
go.
it. Yeah, facts.
Get a
Spread your
bottle of
wings.
wine, put on your best shirt,
Yeah.
a smile on your fucking face, and be happy that you have people in your life that they can enjoy dinner. 'Cause a lot
Yeah.
of people in the world can't. Be happy that you have someone. Like I was coming back from London yesterday after almost killing myself on ATV, not telling my boy. I didn't tell him I crashed his ATV. He
That
sold.
taillight been out.
He just texted me today. He sold it
No way.
for a brand new one. So
Oh
I'm
my
like, okay,
God.
great.
It's
Everything
all
worked out
good.
in my favor. Almost dying. On my way back, I'm covered in mud. I'm screaming through my window. I love my fucking life, Craig.
It's fit.
I'm surrounded by the people that love me and that I love. My life's only gonna get better as the year goes on. I'm already projecting because what I have planned is just being able to take the moment and being happy. Being content in what you have.
Being a good company.
That's true.
People act
Positive.
like y'all don't need nothing, but trust me, once in a while, you know,
Yeah, the
could be a
loneliness is
hug,
cool.
could be a dap,
I
could
like
be a
being
little
lonely
something.
too, but I'm also appreciate how much joy I bring people because people do like hanging around and
You want to be
Yeah.
in that like you want to be in that circle,
wanted
bro.
at some level.
Yeah.
Somebody thinking about you.
Yeah, if somebody invites you out, you got to take that invite, man. You got to realize that you're appreciated too, and you got to allow yourself to be appreciated.
That's big.
Right? You're not a burden to the world, man. We are going to be joining you in the new year. We're going to have a lot of things coming up. I hope everybody out there is safe in your festivities. Eat as much turkey as your heart desires. Eat as much ham. All that. We hope to hear about
overindulge,
that.
man. You deserve it.
And keep the drinks pouring. Hope y'all get something really nice for yourselves. Listen, if the significant other don't get you what you want, you can get it. Don't worry.
Or
Don't
just
worry. Hear from
overspend.
me. Hear from me. Hear from me. It's okay. It's okay.
Just overspend. You don't do what me and Craig are doing. We already got the gifts,
Treat
but then we're
yourself.
just doing like, oh, I should probably grab one of these, one
Yeah,
of that.
yeah.
Valentine's Day is coming, Craig. Save
Oh, I
some
know.
of that
I
shine
know.
for then.
Treat
Stretch
yourself.
it out. Treat yourself. Don't beat yourself.
This has been episode 57. We'll catch y'all on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.